Be sure to stay tuned until the end of the video where you can find a quick tutorial on how to change, check, and alter your tire pressure.
Here's a couple essentials that you should always keep in your car. If your car battery ever runs out, make sure you have jumper cables, and also, if you ever get stuck somewhere, make sure you have water and snacks. In the winter, you're always going to want to keep a blanket in the car just in case it gets cold, and a scraper if it's snowing.
Another useful thing to have in your car is a phone charger just in case you need to call someone for help or if you get lost. Make sure not to use your phone while driving.
If it's sunny outside, make sure that you've always got sunglasses on you so that you don't have to squint and you can see clearly while you're driving. Never let a child who is under 5 feet in height sit in the front seat.
Always make sure your steering wheel is 8 to 12 inches away from your chest.
Another good thing to have in the front of your car is your car manual. It shows you what all the signs on your dashboard mean and how to work your car's accessories.
Make sure you always have your license and registration on you just in case you ever get pulled over. Make sure you always turn your phone off before driving so you're not tempted to look at it.
Texting while driving makes a crash up to 23 times more likely.
In case of an emergency, make sure you always have a mini toolkit, a flashlight, a tire pressure gauge, which is also a multi-tool, and some Band-Aids.
Before you put the car in drive, make sure that everybody has their seatbelts on. Alexa, are you buckled up?
Yep. Make sure you don't have any stickers on your back window that block your vision. Always check your gas gauge before you leave to make sure you have enough gas to get to your destination.
There should be an arrow on your gas gauge indicating which side of the car that the gas tank is located on.
Another thing to always keep on hand while you're driving is a GPS. On this one, you can either plug in an address or view a general map. But remember, never use it while you're driving.
Always make sure you have spare money in your car just in case you need to fill up your tires, go through a toll, or get gas. You always want to check your tire pressure at least once a month.
On your car tire, there's an indicator of how much pressure your car should hold. This is called a PSI.
On this car, the PSI is 44.
In order to check your tire pressure, you should first take off the cap from the nozzle. Then, using a tire gauge, you should press this end onto the nozzle as hard as you can until the scale pops out. On this car, PSI reads as 24.
If your car's PSI is lower than it should be, like our car, then you should go to a local gas station where you can find an air pump to fill up your tire.
To do this, you should put the air pump on the nozzle and push down. After filling up the tire with air, you're going to want to check the PSI again using the pressure gauge. In this case, we went too high and we're at a PSI of about 50.
To reduce your tire pressure, you'll want to take the pressure gauge and take the back end of it and place it onto the nozzle and press as hard as you can.
Now you should check your tire pressure again to make sure that it's hit the limit. Ours is 44, just like the tire indicates it should be.
Once your car is at its desired PSI, make sure you put the cap back on the nozzle and you're good to go.